Hey, it's Mr. Burns here, and I'm going to show you today how to use Google Forms. I know a lot of you know how to use them as a user, but from the creator standpoint, I want to look at it and show you how to use it so that you can do this for your capstone project if you want to give this out as your survey, which you'll probably be doing over the course of April, maybe into May. Hopefully you're done by May so you can look at your data. But let's look at this. So you're going to go to your Google Drive and you type in new and you hit more. There's a Google Forms option. So you hit Google Forms and it takes you to this page right here where it's going to be an untitled form. Okay. What you want to do first, because you're going to be doing this and giving this survey out to people, maybe that are FCPS employees or students, but most likely to people who are like your relatives, your family, friends, your neighbors, maybe siblings that are not currently taking a history or a social studies class, like a civics class or government. Maybe some of your former teachers, etc. Okay, so what you need to do is go to the settings icon. Anytime this little wheel indicates the settings icon, first thing you need to do is you need to collect email addresses. Okay, you need to collect email addresses so you know who's responding. You don't really need to collect a receipt unless you want one. They can receive a copy of their answers. I mean, it's, that's an option that you can do. You don't have to. You definitely do not want to restrict to Fairfax County users because a lot of these people are not going to be Fairfax County users. However, you do want to limit to one response. Okay? You can have these options if you want. I would not suggest editing after submit. If you want them to be able to see summary charts, they can. Then you go up to the top, presentation. I usually don't do these two, but that's my personal standpoint, personal opinion. And if you want to make it a quiz, that way it grades it for you, I would suggest doing that, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so I would do that. You can check any of these that you want to. Hit save, and it saves your options. All right, I'm just going to call it Capstone Project Survey. You can call it whatever you want, and it'll pop up there. For form description, you can just write something like answer all of the following questions to the best of your ability and submit when finished. Okay, it'll collect your email address. Now, untitled question number 1, what are some things that you need here? You're probably going to need their name. You can do first name, last name, or just what is your name? Short answer text. Make sure you click required. Okay, you'll notice an answer key button will pop up. And I'll show you that later. You're not going to put an answer key option for what is your name. You can even put what is your relationship to the surveyor if you want. Okay, and you can do a multiple choice here if you wanted to. You can say like family friend. You can say relative. You can say student, classmate. But remember, you're not giving this to people in 8th grade. You're not giving this to people that are currently taking a government class. I would suggest 18 voting age. So I would actually not even put this option. Sibling. If you want, you can say former teacher, something like that. Other, you can add other if you wanted to. Make that required. All right, and then you can continue the again, no answer key there. If you wanted to make this a different section, so that it skips to like a different section. So these are the questions. You could do like that. Okay, you don't have to do a different section. You can just click a new question. Okay, and you can number them if you want, number 1, whatever you want to do. Let me talk about the different types of questions that you can ask. So if you want it to be multiple choice, then multiple choice is usually the default. So that'll start there, right? But there's other, and multiple choice, I would include at least 3, if not 4 options. I would not do 2. But, and you can just do, you just kind of go like this. Required. Okay? Always make it required. And then if you wanted to make this, if this was an answer, the answer was blue. you'd hit this, right? You give it a point value. Maybe make each question 1 point. It's the easiest way to do it. Blue's the correct answer. 1 point. Okay? Here's another option called check that all that apply. You've seen these on check boxes. You've seen this on quizzes before. You can say, which of the following are true? And you could say which of the following 3 items are true. Or you can just leave it open-ended. Which of the following are true? If you want to make it a little more challenging. Required. Okay? What else? Earth is the third planet of the sun. The sky is blue. And civics is the best class ever. And Mr. Burns is 6 feet 3 inches tall. All right, which of the following are true? Answer key, you could just say, all right, this is also worth 1 point. You got to get them all right. There you go. I would agree that civics is the best class ever, but you don't have to put that one. Okay? There you go. All right. Another type of question that you can do is a drop down is the same thing as a multiple choice, so you might not want to do that. Short answer and paragraph are just if they type out the answer. Those are a little tough because if they don't type it exactly right, then it's not going to be correct. So you might want to avoid those. But here's a multiple choice grid if you want to do something like that. I can show you how to do those. Match each response to the correct, match each color to the correct Spanish equivalent. Mark one response in each row. And then you have to do this, right? Require a response in each row. And if I wanted to do blue, red, yellow, and green. And then my columns, I'm going to do verde. I'm going to do azul. I'm going to do rojo. And amarillo. Okay, the answer key looks like this. Okay. So you make each row worth 1 point, right? And then you match them. Blue is azul, red is rojo, yellow is amarillo, green is verde. Boom, there you go. Okay. Let's see if there's any other types of questions. Always make them required. Okay. A checkbox grid is similar to the multiple choice grid. You could do linear scales. I usually stick to multiple choice check down. Another thing you could do, if you want to do true false, you just make a multiple choice or drop down. And that's how you would basically use it, and that's how you create the answer key to go along with it. And you can see right now this quiz would be worth 6 points because question 1 and 2 were 1 point each. Question 3 was 1 point per row, so that's 4 points. And then at the end, when you're done, then the person takes this quiz, it would give them a score. Okay? And when you're done, at the end, you can go to this view form right here just to see what it would look like. It gives you a preview. Okay. And you can see that right now I had this last question here. I would delete it. Go back to the view. And now it was 3 questions. At the end it says submit. And it would be out of 6 points. Okay. So if you have any questions about Google Forms, let me know. But this is a basic quiz that you can create in different question options. Okay. Hope this helped. Thank you.